They say intelligence can be measured, a score, a number, a label for your mind. But the ancient Greeks saw it differently. They believed depth mattered more than speed. I've met people who remember everything and understand nothing. And I've met others who pause before they speak, and somehow every word feels true. The Greeks called it nous, the inner eye of the soul. It listens before it speaks. Maybe intelligence isn't about knowing more, but about seeing more clearly. Modern life rewards noise. The Greeks began with silence. Socrates believed wisdom lives inside us, not in books, in the voice that questions. He called it daimonion, a guide that whispers, never commands. Most people drown it out with noise, afraid of what silence might reveal. But those who listen gain clarity. They question, refine, and grow. That inner conversation is the first mark of wisdom. It's how thought becomes understanding. It's strange how few people actually hear their own thoughts. Most let the noise of the world think for them. But some people talk to themselves, quietly, constantly, not to escape reality, but to shape it. Socrates called this the greatest habit of the mind, to question your own thoughts before speaking them. He spent his life asking questions, not because he doubted others, but because he doubted himself first. That's what self-talk really is, a quiet argument between who you are and who you wish to be. Most people silence that voice. They fill every pause with music, noise, or distraction. Because when you argue with yourself honestly, truth eventually answers back. But the intelligent, they listen. They turn doubt into direction. That's the first habit of a deep mind, to listen to the conversation happening within. Intelligent people laugh, not because life is easy, but because they understand it too well. Aristotle said humor is the polish of the mind, the sign of someone who sees more than others. Laughter, he believed, shows intelligence in motion, the mind finding beauty inside contradiction. Most people take offense too quickly. The wise turn offense into insight, because humor isn't denial, it's mastery, turning pain into play. Even tragedy softens when seen from a higher place. That's where wisdom smiles. The Greeks believed laughter belonged to the gods, a reminder that joy is sacred too. Those who can laugh while learning carry a lightness the world can't steal. And that's the second habit, to stay gentle enough to laugh at life, but wise enough to mean it. Most people run from silence. The intelligent return to it. Solitude is not loneliness. It's the space where thought finds its form. Plato believed the soul learns by turning inward, that truth lives inside reflection, not noise. In his world, solitude wasn't escape, it was a return to the mind itself. When you sit alone long enough, you stop hearing the world's voices and start hearing your own. The crowd fears silence because it reveals them. The wise seek it because it completes them. Solitude turns chaos into meaning. It's the workshop of a disciplined mind. Plato called this state the soul's turning, where light returns to what's been hidden. Those who treasure solitude don't withdraw from life. They simply learn how to live with themselves first. Rigid minds break easily. Open ones bend and keep growing. Heraclitus said the world is a river, forever changing, never still. The wise don't fight the current. They learn how to move with it. Open-minded people don't cling to being right. They cling to understanding. They listen longer, they change faster, because truth isn't a trophy to keep, it's a path to walk. Heraclitus believed wisdom lives in motion, in the courage to evolve. Those who resist change suffer twice, once from the world and once from themselves. The open mind flows like water, always learning, never lost. The intelligent see what others overlook. Their eyes are quiet, but they notice everything. Democritus believed the world was built from what we can't see, tiny patterns hidden beneath appearances. He looked closer and discovered truth inside the invisible. Observation isn't just seeing, it's understanding what you see. The Greeks called this sophrosyne, mastery through awareness. When you observe deeply, You stop reacting and start perceiving. Most people rush through moments. The wise pause to understand them. Observation is where truth hides, not in opinions, but in what remains when you stop talking. The intelligent don't seek to control what they see. They seek to understand it. Most people react. The wise respond. Epictetus taught that intelligence is control, not over events, but over perception. He lost everything, yet became freer than most men will ever be. The intelligent don't waste pain, they use it. They see problems as clay, something to shape, not suffer. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters." The wise turn every failure into practice. They build solutions where others build excuses. Because intelligence isn't the absence of emotion, it's the mastery of it. If these words reminded you of who you are and who you still wish to become, subscribe to Timeless Mind by Nikolaos. Each week we return to ancient wisdom to reset, reflect, and rise with clarity. This is your space, your philosophy, your voice, remembered. Join the journey. We often imagine intelligence as brightness, but maybe it's more like warmth. It doesn't need to dazzle, it simply needs to illuminate. The Greeks called it Sophia, wisdom in motion, the harmony between thought and soul. People with true intelligence aren't louder, they're deeper. They listen more than they speak. They learn even while teaching. Because the mind is not a weapon, it's a mirror. And the clearer that mirror becomes, the more truth it reflects. So perhaps intelligence isn't about knowing more, but about seeing more clearly. Because when you finally see clearly, you understand that wisdom isn't something you find, it's something you remember.